Alright, so right away, I want to say that this video is not directed to any of the artists or any skin designers that actually work so hard and diligently on Overwatch skins. In fact, even when I say that Overwatch skins suck, I'm not even really talking about the quality of skins or how they look, because at the end of the day, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, or at least that's what I tell myself when I look at myself in the mirror. Anyway, the goal with this video is to criticize the direction that skins are going, the prices, but also the choices made by the higher-ups, so that hopefully in the next up-and-coming seasons, things can change when it comes to the cosmetics in Overwatch 2. Now you might be asking yourself, why am I even talking about this, and why should I care? And here's why. Overwatch 2 throughout the years have gone through so many ups and downs, delays, and just straight-up cancellations, but there's always been one constant that we can always count on every couple of months, and that is that we can see some of the greatest cosmetics for some of our favorite characters in, I would argue, video game history. Overwatch players have came and went throughout its 8 years of existence, but ask anyone that's played this game, and more than likely, they have a favorite skin, and you can't really say that about a lot of other games. However, with the release of Season 12, this is the first time in a while where Blizzard started to show signs of even their cosmetics starting to receive downgrades, just like every other part of their game. So today, let's talk about the problems with Overwatch skins and what Blizzard can do to ensure that they can continue to stand out from the other free-to-play titles. And the problems that I want to address are skin recolors, Mythic Weapons skins, favoritism, and lack of skins for new heroes. Now I know the first topic that everyone wants to talk about are that Overwatch skins are overpriced, and look, I'm not going to disagree with you. $19 for digital pixels is completely outrageous, but in a free-to-play model, it is a necessary evil, unfortunately. But that's where recolors start to be the biggest evil in Overwatch, because recolors is a plague that Blizzard continuously tries to bring back every couple of years. Now for those that don't know what this horrific cosmetic design is, recolors are taking an already existing skin for a hero and mainly just changing the color palette. Very rarely do they ever change the design of the actual skin. Sometimes they do, but 90% of the time, it's just color swaps. And why is this bad? Well, recolors are the exact same price as new legendary skins, costing both 1,900 Overwatch 2 coins. When in Overwatch 1, that skin that is recoloring the original, you could have gotten for free, just through loot boxes. But look, I've already argued this point in numerous videos in the past, but the reason why Season 12 is such a phenomenon when it comes to recolors is that this was a season whose theme is Egyptian mythology, which, by the way, I kind of find it weird that it's named New Frontiers and having a space girl as the mascot, but look, I'm willing to let that go. But in this Egyptian mythology themed battle pass in Shopped, it released with 7 Egyptian themed skins and 10 recolors of already existing legendary skins. The theme of this season should be renamed to, like, I don't know, a remix event. And wait, hold on a second. That sounds familiar. Yeah, no, hold on a second. I remember they used to do this exact same thing in Overwatch 1, recoloring a previous existing Overwatch 1 skins. See, there, people didn't care that you were remixing skins because, well, Overwatch 1 was already dead. But the reason why they also didn't care is because you could at least get these skins for free or with credits. But now you have to get them strictly with coins. You can no longer get them with credits. Why? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Money. And I won't argue that taking an already existing skin and swapping the colors is a very efficient business model because, well, why risk the time releasing a skin that people might not buy when you can release an already existing skin and spend less time changing the colors and release it to the same audience that will probably buy it? But you see, if that is such a good business strategy, why did Blizzard stop doing that after the original Summer Games event in 2016? Even Blizzard realized in the early days that that was a greedy tactic when it came to releasing cosmetic items in Overwatch. And I would say that most Overwatch players would rather have new legendary skins than recolor. They would probably even want 1 new legendary skin rather than 5 recolors. But you see, that's not even where their greed ends, because the next thing we gotta talk about are Mythic Weapons skins. I like the idea of Mythic Weapons skins, but it also just doesn't make any sense. For those that don't know what Mythic Weapons skins are, basically it's a new cosmetic introduced in Season 11 where it gives a mythic level status to a hero's weapon and gives it a whole new skin. And that's it. You just get the weapon skin, not the hero skin, just the weapon, and you get different animations, you get twirling effects that was advertised in the original Overwatch trailer that seemed like they were gonna add it for free at one point. Huh. That's interesting. But this is clearly just to compete with Valorant weapon skins, where in that game you also pay an exorbitant amount of money for special designs and animations. But what doesn't make sense to me is that you can buy a single Mythic weapon skin for a hero for the same amount of Mythic prisms as a whole entire Mythic skin that also includes a Mythic weapon skin. And to you, that might not seem like a problem. Oh, I just won't buy the Mythic weapon skin and I'll just save my Mythic prisms for the Mythic skin. And you're smart for that. But it starts to be a problem when Blizzard starts to allocate the manpower, the artist time that would otherwise work towards the Mythic skins to now both the Mythic skins and the Mythic weapon skins, downgrading both of them at the same time. And we just recently saw that with the Reaper Mythic skin, because there it did not come with any weapon customizations, but rather 4 armor sets. And honestly, I can barely tell the difference between the second set of armor and the third set of armor. If making Mythic weapon skins means that you have to spend less time making Mythic skins, then me personally, I would not want Mythic weapon skins to even exist in Overwatch, because that just means more of the animators and the artists are having to spend time to make this extremely expensive set of not skins, skin. But the next problem is probably the breaking point of so many players when it comes to the decision making of the higher ups at Blizzard. You wanna know how many skins over the past 6 seasons Mercy and Kiriko have gotten? They both gotten 8. Take a guess of how many skins Baptiste and Winston have gotten. 3! Look, I understand that Mercy and Kiriko skins make Blizzard a whole lot more money, which is why they milk them so much. It doesn't take a business major to understand business 101. But here's something that you might not realize, and in fact Blizzard might be forgetting themselves, is that eventually Mercy and Kiriko mains will run into this thing called skin fatigue. If you ignore heroes like Baptiste, the Junker Queen, Winston, and especially brand new heroes, you miss out on the chance of getting those players money. Meanwhile, if you continue to milk and milk and milk Mercy and Kiriko mains, eventually they're gonna run out of money to where you continuously make this product that no one's going to buy because they've already bought all that they can. Meanwhile, you're missing out on a market that you continue to ignore. So if there needs to be a business perspective given as to why there needs to be a more variety, unique set of skins for heroes, well, there you go. But to be honest, this is coming from a place of greed and maximization. Because Blizzard could have easily done this in Overwatch 1, release only Mercy and Genji skins for every single event, but they didn't. Even though they could have sold more loot boxes that way, they give every single hero a good amount of skins, a fair amount of skins throughout the whole lifespan of Overwatch 1. Yeah, in the end, Mercy might have had more skins than Baptiste, but you at least knew that not every single event was just gonna be a Mercy glaze. But this problem of favoritism spawns a sub-problem that not a lot of people will really understand why it shouldn't be a problem. With Venture and Juno being the newest heroes in Overwatch 2, a lot of players will be surprised that neither of them have a legendary skin upon release, when every single hero before them, dating all the way back to the release of Ana in 2016, have gotten at least one legendary skin. But alas, at the time of this recording, Venture only has one epic ice cream skin and one rare Overwatch Champion Series skin that came as a Twitch shop, and Juno only has 4 rare skins, spawning what is theorized to be favoritism from Blizzard, saying that they only make skins for Kiriko and Mercy. And well, it's not much of a theory if it's a fact. But here's why I think that this is now the reality when it comes to new heroes and their cosmetics being so dry as they are. And I think it's because we finally hit a wall when it comes to Overwatch hero development. Before Overwatch 2 released late in 2022, we had a 2-year drought of no new heroes where Echo was the last one released early in 2020. And during that 2-year time frame, they developed PvE. Yikes. But they also took that time to develop new heroes like Sojourn and the Junk Queen, Kiriko, Ramatra, and etc. And all those heroes came with epic and legendary skins, but not Venture and Juno. And why do you think that is? Well, I think it's because the hero development window is a whole lot more shorter, where Blizzard will prioritize the final classic design, the hero kit, the abilities, all that kind of good stuff, and save the skins for after they release. And when it comes to finalizing a hero's design, which is very important to do, Blizzard might do that at the very beginning or at the very end before they release it, so that means they can't really start making skins for that hero if they don't know what the final design is gonna be. While it's very disappointing knowing that Venture released in Season 10 and they won't get their first legendary skin until Season 14, 4 whole seasons after their initial launch, it's just kind of the reality that we have to accept, because Blizzard definitely won't admit it, so we kind of gotta make theories up ourselves. So while this is a problem that might not be able to be fixed unless Blizzard decides that they want to change how they make heroes and develop them, when it comes to the other problems, I have some solutions that they could easily implement starting tomorrow if they wanted to. When it comes to the problems with recolors, they could either just stop making recolors altogether and focus their artist time on making new legendary skins, or if they have to keep up this recolor cycle, then they can release the recolors with their Overwatch 1 skins in a bundle and price them at 1,000 Overwatch 2 coins. For Mythic Weapons, similar to recolors, if they gotta continue to release Mythic Weapons, they can release the base Mythic Weapon itself from 50 Mythic Prisms to 30 Mythic Prisms. For fixing the problem when it comes to favoritism, I really think there needs to be a time frame when it comes to picking what heroes get a skin. I understand if there's some heroes that just need to get maybe Egyptian mythology skin or a certain season skin, but you need to cycle in the other heroes that continuously get left out. Or something that could be a lot more fun and get the community involved is let the community decide on like Twitter or something and let them vote for the next hero that will get a skin in the up and coming season. Maybe you pick 4 heroes so that Mercy won't be the obvious choice, and let the fans vote. And for the final problem, which is the lack of new skins for brand new heroes, and this can especially be applied for Juno, is that when they do decide to release an epic and a legendary skin, have them be available for free either through challenges, Twitch drops, or just straight up make them free or available with Overwatch 1 credits just like the other heroes, because then they can't use the excuse, oh, we didn't have enough time to make the skins. Well, now that you have enough time, do it like how you used to do for every other hero before them. And that's really the main point that I want to end this video off with, is that Blizzard at one point didn't have all these greedy tactics when they could have easily done these tactics. So why don't you take a page out of your own book and implement some of these changes? Because I understand trying to run a business to make profits, but it doesn't have to be this way, Blizzard. It doesn't have to be.